Lastly, in terms of topical videos tonight, tomorrow night I'm definitely going to try to get to the finish up of the military rape issue, just because, again, I don't want to act as if I treated it like it was something so important and then dropped it like a hot potato. I haven't. It's just my time is not my own in the ways that it used to be, and sometimes I gotta pick and choose. But I think, to be honest with you, in a sex-negative society, any of these topics are important, and any of these topics need fixing or need working on. Full stop. To go beyond that is to just, I'm sorry, no, you just can't. But again, that's a tangent here. I don't want to try to spend too much time on this particular video because it's based off a very lengthy article, but it's one that bolsters a lot of what I've been talking about. And that is the topic of women who stream their gameplay, or as many of you out there call them, cam whores, or fake girl gamers, and all this other crap. Which I think, whether you're a man or a woman, this is fucking bullshit. Pardon my French. Because I don't get it. I don't get women who are willing to sell other women up the river because the other woman has stepped outside of some moralistic boundary line and has to be shunned, has to be shamed. Never mind if this woman is actually representing women in a good light, or is trying to represent girl gamers at a time when guys don't want to believe that a girl could be a gamer at times, or sometimes just don't simply care. Not that I'm saying that guys have to care that a woman's a girl gamer, but then they're getting it from the other side, that want to make it to where they're fake. Oh, they're whores, they're attention whores, and if they get raped, and we hope that they will, that they deserve it for being attention-seeking whores, presenting no evidence beyond appearance. Oh, she has too much cleavage. She's a cam whore. You know, and saying all this other stuff. But what I liked about this was that Patricia Hernandez, who I have kind of a love-hate relationship as a game journalist, sometimes she picks the stupidest things as controversies. And I wish I were joking about that, but I'm not. And I'm not trying to down Patricia entirely. I'm just saying that I don't, at times I scratch my head as to how she got her job. Because she's not presenting a good other voice on these topics. But this time, she was really on the money. And I was really happy and really proud about that because I thought that was good. But she went through Twitch TV and talked and actually interviewed streamers. And what I liked is some of the people she brought out. Genevieve Forget, well, her name is technically Forget, but she's French-Canadian, so that could be Farget. So I'm sorry if I mispronounced her name. For instance, is a 22-year-old French-Canadian with a law degree. Oh yeah, she's just a brainless whore, right? With a law degree who chose to chase her dreams of doing gaming and e-sport full time, and at least bringing to fruition her lifelong passion for the hobby. Oh, but no, because she's pretty, she can't really be a girl gamer. She's fake. Fake girl gamer, fake geek. It's currently her only occupation, which wasn't uncommon amongst the streamers I spoke to, which makes streaming seem like the gamer's version of working for Cha-Cha, which I know what that's a reference to, but I cannot remember it right now. I might end up being a lawyer, she explained to me in an interview, but for now, I am more than happy to pursue my dream of transforming my passion for gaming that I had all my life into a career. I want to do it halfway, or I don't want to do it halfway. I'd rather give it my all and see where it leads me. And then there's the issue of, well, but she's taking donations. She's using her goods to get money. Well, let's take a look at what some of the crap that she actually pays for, okay? Um, Despite the current inability to cover basic living costs, she's very happy to have the support of her viewers who do donations allow her donate enough to allow her to go to events. And she makes an effort to feel like she's earned those donations. In the past, I've raised donations to be able to pay for the plane ticket to go to events. In exchange, I promised my viewers to do some interviews, compete, and bring them back some mouse pads signed by pros and personalities to give away. I didn't ask for money to cover food, or my hotel room. In fact, this article cites that most streamers don't even make minimum wage. And there's other sources that are cited here and there. There's also a Reddit article on how to deal with the harassment, and I think it's pretty well and good. But she also talks about how she lets a lot of it roll off her back because there's always going to be people out there trying to tear them down. But at the same time, it's not just that it's the internet. It's the attitudes. It's the fact that especially it's bad enough when guys are doing it to women that they deem to be whores. But when other women are doing it, or when women are doing it to other women, that's what really burns me. It's like, how fucking dare you, pardon my language. You know how it is, and you don't care. And yeah, we could go back to my talk about moralistics and women who are brought up in this ideal of moralistic standards in society and what men at times expect of women and how they hold some of those ideals and become very sex negative, whether they understand that or not. But that excuse only goes so far. Granted, I haven't done my sex negativity research project, or at least not to the extent that I've been wanting to do it. And it's one thing I would hope to do before this channel goes out in the summer. But I may not make that. They don't... You don't realize how much research is out there. You don't realize how many actual scientific signs are out there of how this sex negativity hurts us, especially when women cannot unite with each other. And if you can be in a community of research, a community of science, and still uphold the idea that men need to govern your morality, then I have absolutely no sympathy for you. You've got a sea of knowledge, you've got a pool of people who mean very well, and if anything, want to free you from such restrictive mindsets as the kinds that you've adapted. And you're unwilling. Some because it's a painful transformation, and I get that. It's hard sometimes to step outside of one's comfort zone, but I can promise you, 9 times out of 10, it makes you a better person. It brings you into a newer world where things are not quite as evil as they seem, where there are silver linings to some of the worst things out there, but that those worst things still exist and could have very simple solutions if we take care of them now and don't make them a problem for our children or our children's children to inherit. But again, that's a long-winded topic that's for a whole series of videos and things of this nature here. But I would like to think after an article like this, you can't necessarily just say that at a glance, you know the life story of a woman who's streaming a game, that you don't know whether she has any gamer cred, like that really matters. And that her contributions to things and what she chooses to do matters. And people like Genevieve are showing that these aren't just dumb bimbos who couldn't get a job otherwise and are unskilled and are just showing their goods to get money and are one step away from doing porn, as if doing porn is a bad thing. I have a huge aversion to the problem that we have when sexuality and gaming combine, as if these two things are absolutely separate and could never come together. If they come together, it's bad, and it's mostly a man's idea, and there's no reason for sexuality in gaming. Because it's not like it's an art form or an artistic expression. Nah, that would be giving legitimacy to art and sexuality. And we can't do that now, can we? No, we've got to be sexually repressive.